almost like our studio. It's just got this family trust
it's
thing.
like one big family.
But it's a trust thing, you know. Like, someone said here the other night when we were here, they said, "Oh, did you think it was a scam or anything when you did?" I didn't think it was a scam from the word go. Like, where did you get that? Where would that even come into your head? But some people think that way. We don't think that way.
Yeah.
You know, I think you get attracted to someone because like attracts like. I think we were attracted to you, to like your Salento With Love team. I think because you guys are positive and you're professional. You know, you see the glass half full, not empty. Everyone sees it half empty. Like they see all the what if this, what if that. Like
I think it's nice to know that you are the head of the game. You know, because I think everybody that has taken advantage of remote purchasing, it's ahead of the game in the sense that they're not wasting their time trying to do something that it's already happened. So you are ahead of the game. Potentially you would have done it, but it would have taken perhaps 6 months, a year, or longer.
Yeah. You had to come here, physically go to an agent, then physically look at all the houses yourself. Not know the area still because you're only looking at bricks and mortar, but through Salento With Love, we got to see you walk through towns. We actually got to see the town.
Yes, you get a feel for the.
So you get that feel, the vibe of the town and the area and the, you know, like the architecture. Wow, we might not have got the feel for the people, but as soon as you step foot into.
Well, camera over there.
All right.
We're recording already. So.
Are we?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Welcome to Salento With Love. I'm Davide Mengoli and.
Anna.
Michael.
From
Mr. and Mrs. C.
We are actually known as Mr.
and Mrs. C.
So
from the day we got married 8 years ago, we've been known as Mr. and Mrs. C because his surname is Chanter.
Yeah.
And they just.
Well, now they've said it publicly.
Yeah, good on you.
Sorry.
But it is amazing. You are here and you're not too far from the water. I'm sweating because we need to get into the water soon.
Yes. We're ready. We've got our swimmers on.
Wonderful to have you here. I think I'm always privileged to have the opportunity to listen to the experience and the whole process and how everyone has been somehow touched or impressed by the whole process. So for me, it's kind of amazing because it happened as a result of a vision. Of making it possible. When I did it, actually, I didn't even realize that it was possible that people could complete the process remotely. Now, after many completions, I can say that it can be done, and you've probably witnessed it actually in person.
In person, yeah.
Because how did it go with you? I mean, what happened?
Well, we obviously got in touch after we saw your videos and everything like that, and asked you to see some properties for us. You were honest and upfront straight away. We were attracted to railway stations in our backyards. Not one property, but 2. So we trust, as I said, we've just trusted your process all along, and we don't know what it is. It's some attraction that we saw that, the professionalism,
that's right.
The honesty in the whole Salento With Love team. We saw that through you. So we were confident from day one. We found one.
Yeah.
You gave us a thumbs up and we said, yes, we got excited. That was, obviously that didn't go, the agent wasn't forthcoming on that first property.
Yeah.
But we already had our backup property. We had it there. We said, well, it was your first choice actually.
Yeah.
And I said, let's just tell David, let's do it. This might be one. We'll just wait for the sun. We weren't trying to get too upset or too attached. We just thought we'll wait and see. We'll get a sign.
Yeah. But it's incredible because everything you're describing is like you would physically hear. So the first one didn't materialize, and I remember exactly what happened. And it is some agents, they should be doing something else for a living. But anyway, it didn't happen. We moved on to this other one, and
it was instant.
It happened.
Yes.
But the way you're describing the whole process, it was like you were physically here while all this was happening.
Yeah.
It felt like
you were pretty far, I guess.
Yeah.
We're in Australia. We're like
a long way.
You don't want to do a flight. Yeah. You don't want to be coming here to look at property, going back and coming back again, and furnishing and coming back. No. So you have the whole package.
Yeah.
Especially when you said, you specialise in this property management, and you know, property management, that is huge for when you're far away like us. We're so
Yeah,
far
I
away.
try to put this pretty clearly, really, in the process that finding the right property for me, it's connected to the property management, because where an agent will be able to take you through the process and get you to complete, because a lot of people buying properties anyway without too many troubles.
That's right.
The question is it really the property that is going to do for you what you have in mind? It's not an agent responsibility to then run that property after. And so for me, the property management is very important. So picking up a property that already ticks all the boxes in view of your vision or the vision of the buyer, it's very, very important. And that's why having the property management attached to the real estate element.
That's the bonus. Like that is, you know, you go to a landmark, you say that's the money shot view. Well, that's it right there, having that management afterwards. Like it ticked the box. We had the fireplace, we wanted the terrace, we got that. We got more than the terrace, we got the patio, we got a double terrace.
Balconies, exactly. Yeah.
Balconies off the bedroom.
I don't know in Australia, but in England, you would describe this couple as weird.
Yes, we are.
Because they secure the property. You did do that remotely.
Yes.
You chose the property remotely.
Yep.
You sent the deposit
Remote.
before you came here.
Yeah.
Then you arrived in Puglia and you started to travel through because you didn't know the area. So you were moving from town to town. There was a big festival in Galatina one night.
We were at Lecce and we travelled to...
And you travelled to Galatina and we met for the first time on the pedestrian crossing.
That's right.
Remember?
When we were leaving,
and the weirdest thing is we're walking out at 10 o'clock at night or something.
Yeah.
We've never met you in real life. You're across the road, come out of the car, and it was like I had known you.
But you never met me.
No.
Never met you.
But you had been here for a while.
10 days already we were
The
in
property
Lecce.
was secured already. And you never sort of asked
even
me,
sent the full
can we just
settlement.
come over and see the property that we're going to buy in about 10 days?
Well, we bought it
Isn't that
remotely.
weird?
We bought it remotely, so why
just-
go see the property? I mean,
We knew we were going to get
we're
to
on
see
holidays.
So,
We're on
yeah.
a 3-month holiday and we thought, we've already purchased it. The money's gone. We had already sent the settlement money over as well. So as far as we...
So then they were in Lecce, so which is a little bit far away, but not that far away.
Well,
20 minutes.
That's not far.
But then
It's
you
not far.
moved closer to Santa Maria al Bagno for a week, enjoying the beautiful weather.
Yes,
we
we're on
met
the beach.
We met last Saturday. We had breakfast together, and
really?
but still,
Still.
you hadn't seen the property
No.
or
And
the town.
Yeah, and we were
Is that
15
right?
We hadn't even
minutes away.
visited town, so we had visited all the other towns on the east coast. We even came to the west
And
coast.
how far was the town and the property from where you stayed for about a week?
About 6 k's.
15 minutes?
No.
10 minutes?
10 minutes drive, 6 k's.
Yeah, that's definitely weird. But I think that's amazing because that is the essence of remote purchasing.
Well, we handed everything to you, so why go see the property? It's As far as
we
we're
watched videos
concerned-
so many times, and we finally walked in there. It was like we've been here before. It was
after
really
settlement,
bizarre.
the vendor was so
Yeah.
kind to take us through the house.
Yeah,
Like, she was great.
yeah.
She's telling us all about the house, which was wonderful too. But we walked up those stairs, got into the entrance, and Michael says, I feel like I've already been here.
Yeah,
I said, that's just through David's videos.
That's right.
Like, David's
Yeah.
videos made us feel like we had actually been in that room,
Yeah.
but we'd never been in the room.
No.
Like, just like the day we met you, we'd never met you, but I thought, I'd run up to him, I'm giving you a hug, I'm thinking, I don't know this man, what am I doing? Yeah.
You're at my birthday as well.
And I went to your birthday, I don't know. It's that family feel, that
Yeah.
there's such a
Yeah.
connection, family feel.
It's with the whole of the Salento
So,
With Love
yeah, and
family,
people that
it's
are
all
sort of
like
like
family.
afraid to do
Yeah.
things remotely, you've got to feel it, and we just felt it from day one, and we just
Well, I
followed
must
you.
say, I'm afraid sometimes to do things remotely because when you are dealing with people that really understand and grasp the potential and the advantages of doing remotely, then I can smoothly move forward and deliver. Unfortunately, obviously, sometimes people are a little bit uncertain, and that creates a huge amount of extra effort that needs to go in.
There's that anxiety.
But it is very respectful. I mean, purchasing a property already is a massive step.
Yes.
Purchasing a property remotely and
Even
purchasing
more.
a property remotely in an area that you haven't visited, that you've never been into, it's even more.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would say well done for embracing the process. And what about the property? Are you happy with
We
the
love
choice.
the property.
Yeah.
We love it. I mean, we're sort of fortunate that it's not one of those that needs too much. It needs more maintenance and TLC, like, you know,
Yes,
the
definitely.
painting
Paint,
and you know, a few little updates. But you can just walk in.
Yeah.
Straight away it can be rented out. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, the
Very
property manager's going to look after it for us, so we don't really have to worry about it. We can continue on our holiday.
So Toti, this is for you now. So you'll be taking over from here.
Toti and Anne-Marie are wonderful.
Although
Our
I did
property
say to
managers.
Toti, no one is going to walk in there without me first. So I'm going to step in there, and I want to go through that list. I want to make sure that the choices and the selections are done.
Yes, yes.
And that's for me. I mean, probably we talked about control earlier, but for me, controlling that is all
Surrender.
part of the remote purchasing. Is all part of that remote experience. I kind of feed off the vision of other people. So when people tell me things, exactly the things
Yes.
that you explained to me on that Zoom call that we had a while back,
That's right.
I take all of that in, and then I need to really match that. And that I bring that onto when it comes to the refurbishment, when it comes to simply some loving care that needs to be put into the property or the furnishing. So
No, we're fortunate. We love the church bells.
Ah,
Oh my
at
gosh.
midday every day.
One of the biggest things we had on our list
Yeah.
was I needed to be near a church. I needed to hear church bells. And the first day we walked in and I heard those church bells, and I didn't have my camera ready. I didn't have my phone. I went, oh, I've got to remember what time. And then I realised they ring every hour and every half hour. I didn't have to worry.
Yeah.
So
At midday, it's like
But
one goes, the next one goes, the next
we've
one
got
goes.
three very big
Yeah.
churches as well as smaller churches.
Yeah.
And I got the midday one. I got all of them, like the
Yeah.
Crucifixo,
For like 10
San
minutes.
Antonio. I think San Sebastiano went off,
Yeah.
and then all these other little churches around us. And I ran up the stairs to the terrace,
Yeah.
and I just stayed there videoing the rooftops.
She came back down and said, I'm not leaving.
I said I'm not leaving. Yeah, and we can actually see the church, those particular three big churches from our terrace. So
Yeah.
I'm videoing these churches and the roof terrace, those church bells.
wonderful.
Wow.
And what are your plans about the property? What are you planning to do?
We want to paint
Paint.
it. Just give it a clean, fresh paint.
Clean the terrace up, obviously, and
Yeah, give the terrace a clean, because, you know, it'd be nice to have a nice, well,
an outdoor,
an outdoor area, like a little
Area,
outdoor kitchen
probably a
and
pergola,
maybe
some
even
sort
a
of sail or something.
hot tub up there.
Yeah, she wants a hot tub, yes.
We've
While
got
you're
a
listening
double,
to the bells.
we've got
Yes.
a double terrace there, so you've got an area that can be for entertainment with
Yeah.
sails, and then you've got the other area. So,
Yeah.
and we've got like areas that can be, you can put cushions and have them
Yeah.
seated and things like that. We want to expose, obviously,
In the entry.
we've got these beautiful star-shaped ceilings. We would definitely want to expose a stone in one of those rooms. We've got them in all the rooms. We've got
Yeah.
the barrel vaults as well.
Yeah.
And just like...
And then
gonna
after,
update
what's happening with the
bathroom.
property? Because you are leaving
You
in a few
guys are
days.
renting
Yeah.
it for us.
Oh, renting it.
Yes,
okay.
we're doing property
Is that
renting.
something we do?
Yes, it is. That's what they specialise in, and we don't have to worry. We can continue on our holiday.
You know, it's interesting because I hear all these people that have these visions about buying properties in Italy, and then they say, oh, we want to expand our portfolio, then we can rent it when we're not there, we can do
Yes.
this, we can do that.
Yeah.
But probably a lot of people don't know that these facilities don't exist in Italy. And the reason why I created Salento With Love, it wasn't to facilitate people to purchase property, but it was to facilitate people that own the property to actually manage it and generate revenue for them.
Yes.
Obviously, the model changed a little bit, so I've gone from the facilitating of the purchasing to the management and the renting, because I always say a property should always be an asset and never a liability.
Yes.
And I truly believe that the services of managing the property, but predominantly renting the property, fit into the asset element because
That's
they
right.
generate revenue.
Yes.
And he pays for at least some of the basic expenses of owning a property, and potentially generating 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8% returns as well on your investment.
Yeah, no, that's definitely. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
when we come over, we'll stay in the place as well.
Yeah.
But
our
yeah,
own
no,
touch on it.
it's about, it's just about getting. Well, it's part of your portfolio, isn't it? We can start a portfolio. We might find another property.
Yes.
Did I say that, Mr. C?
Well, join the queue, because at the moment, sometimes when property like yourself comes, I really need to hold back.
Yes.
Just offering it to somebody who's trying or started already a portfolio,
Yes.
like for example you or someone who's
Yes.
already started a portfolio, versus somebody who has actually contacted us and is looking for a property.
Yeah.
Because obviously I could just pick up the phone or send a message and it will be gone.
Yeah.
But it's nice always to bring new people to the family.
Oh, for
And-
sure. I mean, we've
for
had so
sure.
many of our friends and family ask us about it, and we said straight, how did you do it? How did you do it from Australia? What do you mean you bought a house online in Australia? And I said, we did.
And just the completion process, just for probably about a minute, because otherwise we're going to go on forever.
Yes.
Oh, we've been going on. Wow, we've been going
Okay,
on forever
sorry.
already. But the completion process, normally everyone
yeah.
will do things remotely. So they will put a power of attorney remotely. A power of attorney comes back,
Yes.
and then I'll turn up at the notary. Power of attorney is there, it's been legalized, and I would just sign on a dotted line. In your case was slightly different, because what happened?
Well, we end up showing up, and he says to me, Dave said on be on the 12th, will you still be here? And I went, that's next week, we'll still be here.
Yeah.
So we were able to show up at the notary and see the whole process, the signing,
It
the
was
whole
Did you
power
sign
of
for it?
attorney. No, you did. You did
Ah,
it. Yeah.
see, this
You
is
did
an
everything.
interesting point, because, and this is education for anybody who's purchasing a
Yeah.
property remotely. What happened in your case costed about 200 euros versus
Yes.
over 1,000 euros that a notary would charge to translate the whole title deed in English in your
That's
case,
right.
and also to have an official translator there present through the whole duration of the title
Yes.
or of the actual sale. So doing a power of attorney or
Yes.
putting a power of attorney in place, even if you are actually physically there,
Yes.
it's a mechanism that allows the buyer to save a considerable amount of money.
Yes, yeah. I mean, we got it translated. Anna Maria told us everything. I mean, I understood what was going on. Michael didn't understand.
Well, Anna Maria
Yeah.
translated, or we translated the power of attorney
Yes,
for
the
you.
power of attorney.
But the
Yeah.
title deed, I mean, if you wanted that
Yes.
translated, you can also ask the notary to receive the title 1 or 2 days prior to the
Have it.
actual
Yeah,
completion.
yeah.
And you can use Google Translate. You can translate the title deed if you really want to have full control
Yes.
about what it says on the title
Yeah.
deed. But obviously, the person who's representing you, when you have a power of attorney in place, it's his responsibility to make sure that everything is.
Yeah, no, look, it was seamless. I mean, if anyone's sort of worried about it, it was very seamless. It was quick, really. I think within 2 months it was all done. I think finding the property took us longer than anything. But
Yeah.
the whole process was quick, easy, really professional. We were confident the whole time. We couldn't believe, even on that day, when we picked up the keys and went
Yeah.
over everything, like from start to finish.
Fantastic.
And ringing you, asking you questions or sending you emails was easy. It was back and forth. There was no problem with...
So all you got to do now is start enjoying the area, coming back more often,
Yes.
Yeah.
and
The people here, oh my gosh. I mean, it's not just
Yeah.
the architecture and the lifestyle. I mean, that's number one, but the people now
Yes.
have become number one for
So
us.
friendly and welcoming.
It didn't matter what town in
the area.
Salento. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter, Lecce, Gallipoli, Otranto. It didn't matter where we went. Galatina, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The people are just
Wow.
open arms, just want to help you.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Food good?
Amazing. Amazing.
No
Too many
complaints.
cakes?
Amazing.
Is there ever too many cakes?
Is
Never.
there? No, the wine.
Yes,
Wow.
I've tasted some great red
Yeah,
wine.
no, the weather. Let's not even talk about that.
Yeah.
That
Well, you've had an
sky.
amazing spell of weather, but
Blue
normally this time of
sky.
the year it is extraordinary. But then I would say
Yeah.
for 6 months of the year we have amazing weather, and for another 6 months of the year we have amazing weather.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the sun is always shining, and we'll probably get about
Yeah.
50 to 60 days of not sun out of the 360 days.
Yeah.
So it is a very blue sky area.
Yeah.
No,
And the
it's-
sea, what about the sea?
The colours.
Because you've travelled
Talk
through.
about 50 shades of blue. I mean,
Yeah.
wow. I mean,
Incredible.
we're from Australia. We've got beautiful beaches, but nothing like the
Nothing
colour.
like
Like
it.
the
Yeah.
colour, East Coast, West Coast
Yeah.
of Salento, the beaches, if you're a beach person, and you're close. Doesn't matter where you are. I mean, you could be in the middle.
Yes.
You-
And you
15
spent
minutes away.
probably, out of the 3 weeks, you probably spent about 2 weeks without a car. Was that an issue, not having a car?
No, we got onto buses. The main places had trains. So anyone that's worried about driving, you don't have to worry about it. We only had a car for the last week. But yeah, the buses and trains here, we worked out where to buy the tickets. Some were tobacco shops, some were from the railway station. Yeah, coaches with air conditioning, none of the silly buses we get back home.
Well, you mean better than Australia?
Oh, yes. Did I say that? Yes.
Easy. You've got to go back in.
I've got to go back home still. Yes, they might not let me in after that. But no, bus, train, no, it's good to do that and to help people who are afraid to have a car. I mean, here the roads are great. They're not, it's not like you're driving near Malfi.
Yes.
The roads are very easy to drive. So, but if you've got no car or don't want to drive, the buses and trains are great.
Remote purchasing, it's definitely something that I created without even knowing that I was creating it. The next thing I created an hashtag called remote purchasing, and the next thing it has become very, very big. I think if I had to put it in business terms, it is a way where your time becomes your time, and the aggravations and the hassle and everything else becomes someone else.
That's exactly right. So, we hand that over to you.
That's right.
So it is a fantastic way. I know that sometimes it's nice and it's tempting to step and put your toes in territories that are not our expertise, and people perhaps feel that they can choose the area, choose the house, choose everything and get it right. But I think if you have the luxury of having somebody that can do it for you, it's always better.
Yes.
So in life, whenever I can get somebody to do it for me, that's what I do.
No, and that's the advantage. Yeah. You're on foot. You're here. You know the area as well, and that's just for us it's a godsend. Yeah.
So it's fantastic. It's been amazing to have you here. The water is waiting. I'm dripping.
Yeah, we are both.
And so.
And we just
great.
We just want to thank you and the whole team. And if anyone's thinking about it and you're worried about it, watch the videos. And
don't be afraid. Just
don't be afraid. Just watch your videos. If you think you don't want to take people's testimonial, watch your videos and just see how the process is done and grab that confidence just through that. And that's
great. I wanted to just thank you again for your support. In your case, you were on board for probably quite a long period of time until everything and all the planets were aligned, which was fantastic, and the right properties come along, and I think you've got an extraordinary piece of real estate in sunny Salento, and also a piece of real estate that will generate something for you, which is great. And it's nice. I'm sure you're going to create a lot of memories from there in the years to come. So thank you very much for trusting us, trusting the process, and for being part of the family. And now we go back to the water.
Yes.
For everyone else, we're here. Great. Thank you always for your support. If you have watched the video all the way through the end, I think I'm reading on my GoPro over 22 minutes. So, oh my God. So if you can put up with that, or if you have put up with that all the way through the end, I would say you are fantastic. Thank you very much for the support that everyone that follows the channel shows, and for this family growing and bringing some amazing magical things to the area as well. Until next time, what do I say?
Safe.
Stay safe
wherever you are.
Salento With Love.